there anything else? You do know that if you withhold a sin in confession, I won't be able to give you absolution.
Sin?
Oh, being in this place doesn't necessarily mean that you're guilty in the eyes of God. But at the same time, in the eyes of the church, the offense would be a mortal sin.
Oh, if I'm that bad, why bother?
Because Christ died on the cross for us, and he teaches compassion.
What's that mean?
Love.
Oh. Like you have compassion for God?
Oh, not at all. Compassion is love for the sinner.
That sounds like pity.
God's mercy is infinite. Remember the parable of the lost sheep.
I don't want pity. I don't see how love's wicked.
You know, we can set our hearts on many things which are not in themselves evil. But remember the commandment. You must not covet your neighbor's house, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that belongs to his neighbor.
Eileen Jane Millett, you have pleaded guilty to the offense of child stealing, which means in law that you forcibly took away a child of 3 months with intent to deprive its father of possession. The law considers child stealing a very serious offense, in my estimation rightly, in view of the anguish and distress caused to the parents of the stolen child.
So there you are.
And I'm therefore inclined to impose a sentence of some severity upon you. However, it is true that your crime resulted from a personal tragedy.
Where have you been then, eh? You just woken up, have you?
And while this fact in no way mitigates the seriousness or the heartlessness of your offense, it is right in this case, I believe, to exercise leniency.
Well, I hope, don't you? Of course you do. Do you want a cuddle?
The sentence of the court, therefore, is that you go to prison for 9 months. And it is to be hoped that you will take full advantage of those medical services which are provided in prison for your rehabilitation.
Good afternoon, Mr. Daz.
Hello. Back from work?
Forever.
What's that?
It's me cards. I got boot.
What happened?
Oh, you know.
Oh, daft.
It's a daft job, wasn't it?
No dafter than any other.
My mum wouldn't agree. She say it will uncommensurate with my qualifications.
Incommensurate.
Eh?
The word is incommensurate.
Oh, yeah?
What are you going to do?
Oh, it's no sweat. I'll go down the SS on Monday. I've had to stop soon anyway. Wouldn't I?
Yeah. Hey, can I have a cup of tea?
Give it a kiss then.
Hey?
Oh, go on. Give it a kiss. Now give Mum a kiss.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Not till I've had a kiss.
Oh.
Right. Cup of tea. For the proud father. Hey, I swear it kicked today.
Did it?
Yeah. He said down at maternity it couldn't, not this early. I swear it did. Hey, you do want it, don't you?
Of course I do. Why'd you ask?
Just checking.
Do you?
Do I what?
Want it?
What do you think?
Eileen Millett.
Yeah, that's me.
My name is Mrs. O'Brien.
Oh, yeah?
I represent the Supplementary Benefits Commission. Can I come in?
Be my guest.
Thank you. Ah, now, Miss Millett. I have to inform you that the Commission suspects that you are gaining benefit fraudulently. Under Section 3, Subsection 1 of Schedule 2 of the Ministry of Social Security Act 1966.
Aye.
This section deals with cohabitation.
Oh.
Do you cohabit?
Oh, no. What gave you that idea? Oh, yeah, well, I don't see him anymore.
Well, that's not what your neighbours tell me.
Have you been talking to my neighbours, have you?
I would like to see your bedroom, please.
You've been spying on me.
No, I've been investigating a suspected case of fraud.
Hey, you can't go in there. This is my flat. You just can't part in.
Yes, well, if you're not cohabiting, then you've got no... Whose are these? Well, who do they belong to?
He don't live here. He only comes occasionally.
Who is he?
He don't come that often. He ain't cohabiting.
You in, love? Who's this?
I'm a representative of the Social Security Commission. What is your name, please?
Don't tell her.
In the event of information being deliberately withheld...
Shahid Daz.
how do you spell that, please?
S-H-A-H-I-D. T-A-Z.
And what is your address? We will check your answer, of course.
I live here.
Thank you. Miss Millett, I regret to inform you that, under the provisions of the Act, your benefit must cease forthwith. Excuse me.
But he only gets £13 a week. He sends £5 of that back to
Yes,
Pakistan.
now, that is not a matter for the Commission. In the event of your ceasing to cohabit, you should inform the local office of the department. Now, good day.
But I'm 6 months pregnant, you stupid bitch.
That is your problem, Miss Millett. Good afternoon.
Don't worry, love. We'll...
You'll have to go.
Oh, no.
You heard what she said! So get out!
this where?
Mrs. Taylor,
Yes. Is this where Miss Millett?
please come in.
Was it you who just telephoned me?
Yes, the doctor's here. He's with Arlene now.
Is that her making that dreadful noise?
I'm afraid the baby died 2 minutes ago. No, leave her for the moment. I have given her a shot. It should make her sleep. Not just now, please.
Doctor, I'm Eileen's aunt. Is there anything I can...
Not just at the present, thank you, Mrs...
Taylor.
Not at present, Mrs. Taylor, no. Would you excuse me? Wash.
Why wasn't he here?
When?
When the baby was born?
Because Arlene's doctor don't work tonight. And this doctor was out on the case on the other side of the city. It was only half an hour, you see, from pain starting. Not much more till it's dead.
Must have been terrible for her to have it here. Like this. Dreadful.
When it first came, it was quite small. For half a minute at least, it just lay there. Eileen, you understand, she couldn't see it, obviously. And she kept asking, is it alive, is it alive? And I thought it was dead. But I didn't know. So I said, yes, it's alive, it's breathing. Then suddenly it gave a kind of a jerk and began to cry. It wasn't an unhealthy cry.
If her mother knew, she'd be heartbroken.
She does know.
What?
I telephoned her before I phoned you. She hadn't spoken with Arlene since she was pregnant. I told her that Arlene was very ill and asking for her. She put down the phone, so heartbroken.
I don't think you could understand her point of view.
No.
I do wish she'd stop crying.
If it pleases you, Arlene and I are no longer together.
Oh, I see. So once you've made her pregnant...
We don't see each other because if we're together here, your famous English welfare state says that we're as man and wife and gives Arlene no money. And that's why we don't see each other.
Then why are you here?
She felt ill. There was no one else. She rang me at the cafe where I work.
This is the baby's death certificate, Mrs. Taylor. You must take it to the registrar's office and also get them to issue a birth certificate for the child.
But it was only alive an hour.
Yes, well, I'm afraid that doesn't matter.
I'll do it.
No, it's all right.
You needn't trouble, I'll do it. I'd like to see Arlene now.
You might as well. She's not going to sleep. She's an attractive girl. It's a pity. Why can't they leave off it, if they won't bother with precautions? Still, it's the age we live in.
She comes from a good home.
It must be upsetting for you, seeing her in this state. Oh, they don't half make a mess of things when they know it all.
You weren't here when it happened?
At the birth? No. No, I'm coupled with Eileen's doctor here. The coloured lad rang him up and was redirected to me. It's not a perfect system, but then we can't all work 24 hours each day.
Do you think it might have been saved?
Well, there's always that hope. 7.5 months. No deformities, but I doubt it. Does she work?
Oh, she had a job in a carpet factory. Why, I don't know. She was a bright girl, been to college. but lazy. She lost the job over something, I don't remember. Since then, unemployed. Apparently, she's been having trouble with her benefits.
I see.
Doctor, she's in great pain. Can't you give her...
Sorry, I can't give her any more.
But she's in terrible state.
Where have you been? Hey?
You've just woken up, haven't you?
Come on then. Up you come. Cuddle. No crying now. Who's a duck with then, eh? You managed your baby because you love me. But they love me so much. I love you so much. I just hope you do. I love you so much. Oh, yes. I love you.
I left the pram outside the shop for, well, it couldn't have been more than a couple of minutes. And when I came back, he was gone.
How old is Simon, Mrs. Egg?
Well, it's only 3 months. I can't understand why anyone would have wanted to, I mean...
Have you seen your husband yet, Mrs. Egg?
Well, no, I haven't. I think the police are trying to get in touch with him. I don't think he's come yet.
Assuming that the person who took Simon might be watching, what would you say to whoever it was?
Well, the one thing we wanted more than anything else was the baby. But when he was born, you can't imagine how we felt.
Too right.
Well, I know that people who do these things have troubles. It's not really a crime. But if you have troubles, I can't understand how it felt. I'm sorry. I don't think I can say anymore. Please.
No, shut up, will you? Oh, you're hungry, aren't you?
Come on.
Oh, what a mess. Oh, look.
Shh.
do you? Do you? You're making a noise fit to wake the dead, you know. And you're just not hungry, are you? Are you? I think I'm going to have to consult my little book about you. Hey? What father can do? Ha! It's milk that you wanted in it. And whose clever man forgot to get any? I got baby's bacon and egg breakfast and rusks by the ton and oh bloody milk. And it's way past the shops. Shh, I'm sorry, Pet. I just didn't think I ought to take it on the puffer train. Of course, why not? I mean, look, nature to the rescue. Right, Chuck. Are you going to get a mouthful? Right. Go on. Go on, suck. Come on, suck. Come on. Suck it. Look. I want you to suck. Like this. See? And suck. Come on now. Come on. Go on. That's better. That's it. Who's a good little boy then? Hey? You have as much as you want. It's all free. What's that now? Hey? Is it? I don't think I've got any there. No, I'm sorry, Chuck. It looks like it is empty. Don't cry, Ben. There, Ben. Shh, don't cry. Don't cry. There, then. Shh, now, come on. Listen, Nicky. The most beautiful one. Hey? Is he? Oh, God. Business again. Haven't you? You're all squashy. All right. I'll change you. Look, Nicky. Nicky, you're going to drive me daft if you keep on like this. Look, you little beast, will you shut up?
Sure he does. A waiter and graduate of Huddersfield Polytechnic.
That's right.
What's all this about?
I want to report missing person.
So I gather.
Well, that's it. I want to report that this person is missing.
Why?
Why?
Kids moved on, changed their address. Any number of possible reasons. Why tell us?
What do you mean, why tell you? Do you expect people suddenly to disappear off the face of the earth?
Young girl, living in a bedsit, unemployed. Wobbling all the time, that sort of.
And also, she's not well. 2 months ago, she lost a baby.
Who told us that?
We didn't need telling.
See. Well, we won't say out about it, eh? We'll keep an eye open for her. Description.
Like do when you are far away.
Bloody hell. Hello, sir. Guess what? I think we've got her.
Eh?
Come on. It's tea time. Yes. See? See? Go. Tea time.
Not with any of her friends. Is anywhere else? Anywhere you can think of where she might have gone?
No. Apart from those places, no. No, I still don't see why.
You do want her found, do you? That's why you came to us.
Earlier, you weren't right bothered.
Well, now we are bothered. Okay. Where's she go for her holidays?
I don't know.
Come on, you must know. Where'd she go last year?
I don't know.
Seaside.
Yes, I think she used to go to Seaside with the family.
Right. South coast. East coast. West.
I remember she used to say she went...
Come on.
Oh, where is it? Lancashire.
Blackpool.
No.
Scarborough.
Scarborough's in Yorkshire.
Thank you very much. Morecambe.
Yes. That was it, I think. Morecambe.
Morecambe. Well, it's not much, but it's something. Thank you very much, Mr. Daz. That'll be all for the present.
Is that it?
Yes. You may return to wherever it is you come from, securing the knowledge that you may have helped to reunite her mother and her baby child.
Baby? But she hasn't got a baby.
She'd better have.
Drink up now, Pep. Drink up like a good boy. So make you strong, baby. I should tell you a story. A true story. Birth in a back room. It's your birth, baby. Hey. You know you're meant to see Virgin Mary when you look up from bearing? Did you know that? I was told. You look up when you're bearing and you see Blessed Virgin Mary holding gentle Jesus. I didn't see no Virgin Mary when I threw you up, Dickie. You'll never guess what I saw. It's a dead man, that's all. With a hole in its side. It's smashing its torn feet at the glass of the window. Shall we go out tomorrow, eh? If it's sunny. Do you know? I thought you were dead then. I cried and cried for all that hurting I'd had. But you need a lot of love to hurt that much, Nicky. With a bloody dead thing on a mattress. It's too much to bear. You're so pale now. You're paler than I thought. Oh, we'll go out tomorrow. Hey? Get you some sun. Get you some colour. I went out looking. I loved you too much to lose you. So I went out looking like a shepherd for his one lost lamb. I loved you enough to find you again, and I thought you were lost, baby. I loved you more than just for bearing. I loved you for looking and finding. I loved you enough to keep you, Mickey. We'll go out tomorrow. Hey? We'll go out tomorrow.
Thank you very much. That's it. Try to get a social security. Thank God for the welfare state. Right, we'll go over and pick it up.
God, I hope there's no one in. Oh, God, I missed a stupid old bat downstairs letting him in. No, be quiet, Pep. Please be quiet. Come on, just this once.
Come on, love, open up. I'll have to smash it.
All right. I'm coming. Oh, hello. Oh, we're asleep.
Eileen Millett.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think you must have got the wrong verse.
We're police officers. We'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, but I'm not Eileen. Whoever, really.
Well, we'd like to have a word with you just the same. Thank you.
What's all this about?
Where is it, love?
Where's what?
The kid.
A kid? Oh, no, not me.
Sure?
Yeah, quite sure.
Look, love, we know all about you. You know, the old girl downstairs has told us all about the baby. So where is it?
There is the baby in one of the other flats over the corridors. That's the baby she meant.
A little light general reading.
No, you leave us alone! You leave us alone! I tell you! You leave us alone now! You sorry bitch!
Clearly a well-bred young lady.
Here it is.
That's not your baby!
Hold it. Now, come on, love. Hand it over.
This is not your baby! Now just give up! He's not yours!
Come on, Eileen. He's not yours either. You can't keep it.
It is! He's my baby! And if you take just one step toward me, just one step, I'm gonna smother him! Now, I promise you, I shall smother him!
Can't you hear it crying? You don't need to cry, do you? Now give it to one of the lady policemen.
I told you I'm gonna smother him!
Oh, come on, Eileen. You don't want to kill it. An innocent little baby. What's it done to you?
You're gonna kill him if I let you have him.
Oh, don't be silly, Eileen. Why would we want to do that?
Kill me too, I know!
Now, you know you're just being silly. We won't hurt it, we promise.
He don't want you to have him! He only wants me! He loves me! It's fine! It's fine!
It's not yours. That baby belongs to somebody else. Now.
Calm down, Eileen. I'll have to get rough with you.
Eileen Jane Millett, I have to inform you you are now under arrest. don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and used against you.
Bastard copper.
Right. Now we're all going away. All of us. You, us, and the baby.
I am bastard copper.
All going away.
You bastard copper.
Come on.
You stole my face. You bastard copper.
Come in. Dr. Silito.
That's right. How do you do?
Do sit down.
Thank you.
Now, I gather that in their infinite wisdom, the Home Office consider that you are better able to cope with our prisoners than we are.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
Quite how would you put it?
I'd say that it's worth a different approach. In this one case, a second opinion, if you like.
Have you read our psychiatrist's report?
Yes, I have.
I assume you find it woefully inadequate.
I think that I understand fully the pressures you must be under in an overcrowded prison.
And you think you could do better, I understand.
Look, I quite appreciate the last thing you want is Home Office whiz kids cluttering the place up with their fancy ideas. I fully understand that. All that's happened is that as a result of one or two well-publicized recent cases in which the treatment of similar offenders was considered unsatisfactory...
By the popular press?
By the popular press, yes. And by others. It has been thought that in this case, every effort should be made to prevent the same kind of thing happening again.
I see.
It's all in the letter.
Yes, I know.
Now, your chap's quite right in his way when he talks about her immature personality, her psychotic tendencies. That's absolutely fine as far as it goes.
Go on.
Well, one of the things is that it is, in fact, quite normal for people who have severe problems and find it hard to verbalize them. It's quite normal for them to take it out on the environment, directly, as this girl did, who lost one thing and then took another thing as a substitute. And you see, the only way we can get down to this is to make her verbalize, make her face up to herself. And you have found it difficult, quite understandably.
Dr. Silito, what exactly do you want to do?
For a start, I'd like her off sedation.
Yes, she is already off sedation.
Good.
And already a great deal more difficult to handle.
Then I'd like to talk to her.
Yes?
To find out what happened.
We know what happened, Doctor. She stole a baby for which she was sent to prison.
It's important someone just talks to her, you see. Do you intend to prevent my seeing her? Because if you do, the Home Office will...
No, Doctor, you can see her. I'll have her brought along to the hospital wing, and then you can do your worst. We can't all be great reformers. Some of us have to administer the unhappy status quo.
But you can treat people as if they were people.
Of course, we do. Could you have Eileen J. Millett taken along to the hospital wing, please? Thank you.
Come in. Hello. Hello, Eileen. My name's Jim Silito. I'm a psychiatrist. Come in. I'll give you a shot when I'm through, okay?
Right, you get this for starters. There's no more injections.
I'm not going to give you any injections, Eileen. Or electric shocks. or hypnotise you either.
I've been walking around in a bloody daze for weeks. I'm not having it anymore.
There'll be no more drugs for the moment, Eileen, I promise you.
You can't make me take them.
I'm not going to make you take them. Cigarette.
No, thank you.
Please sit down. I just want to talk.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
About you. How you get on with other people. I'd like you to tell me about yourself. Like your parents. Tell me about them.
You know all about that. It's on my file.
Yes, but I'd like you to tell me in your own words. Oh, by the way, do you mind if I make a few notes while we chat?
Oh, go on.
Fine. Now, you're an only child.
Yeah.
It's often said that only children are very close, very loving with their parents. Do you think this is true?
What with me?
If you like.
Well, that when I was little and now else, haven't I?
No. Later? Not later. They become cross with you over little things. Hmm? What sort of things? I think perhaps your mother pushed you into ways in which you didn't want to go. She sent you to college, didn't she? To study domestic science.
Oh, yeah. Domestic bleeding science. I hate cooking.
She still made you go there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were sent down. Why was that?
I didn't do any work, did I?
Was she upset when you were sent down?
Got upset she went up the bleeding wall.
And you resented that?
I think you're the bleeding property, don't they?
Your parents, you mean?
Yeah.
And you didn't think so?
Hey?
That you were their property?
Of course I didn't.
What happened after college?
Oh, I got work in the carpet factory.
And what did your mother think about that?
Well, she didn't jump over the moon, now did she?
She thought the job was below you.
It was incommensurate with my qualifications.
Then why did you go there, if you thought it was incommensurate with your qualifications?
I didn't have nothing else to do, did I?
Why did you get the sack?
Not from the job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as it happened, it were a right good screw. When the overseer were out, you'd go round the back of the loom and you'd pull out ends of yarn. And then the minder would have to stop the machine and mend them. You could work it out. It were 1.5 minutes to mend each one. So if you pulled out half a dozen, you'd have near 10 minutes off. Any row. They caught me at it.
Sounds like fun, the way you tell it.
Fun? Yeah. Yeah, well, it were real.
Have you had many boyfriends?
Some
Have you been in love with any of them?
may have.
I think it would help me if I knew.
I don't.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about it.
Do you think I'm invading your privacy, asking about it?
Yeah, I feel you're invading my privacy.
You sure that isn't a cover?
A what?
Well, you see, I think you might find it quite difficult to talk about your feelings to people. Partly because, as you say, you don't want people invading your privacy. And partly because you feel guilty about them, your feelings. And also, you might think people would laugh at you if you told them what they really were. Perhaps people have laughed at you when you tell them what your feelings were before.
I've told you lots about my feelings.
Yes, you have. Up to a point. Tell me about Shahid.
Shahid.
I
love him.
You love him.
Yeah, I love him.
And tell me what attracted you to him in particular.
Eh?
Well, did you think about your parents at all when you decided to sleep with Shahid?
What? Oh, if my mum could see me now, me knickers down to a fella.
You thought they'd be shocked.
They can't bleeding hairless.
Tell me what you think they would have said.
Yeah, I can hear 'em. It would have been, ooh, that our Eileen should have sunk so low. After all we've told her. That our Eileen should have so degraded herself. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You liked saying that, didn't you? Making up what your parents would have said.
Yeah, it's bloody true. I can tell you that.
But isn't it true that in your own eyes somehow you did?
Did what?
Deliberately set out to choose a boyfriend that would upset your parents if they knew.
Eh?
Didn't you want to degrade yourself in a way?
What, degrade myself?
Had you ever slept with a coloured man before?
You sod off.
Then you're sure you weren't attracted by the mystique of it at all? The mystique of someone not from our country, black or white?
Do you know, it was that long!
Now you're laughing at me.
Ha, bloody ha!
Do you get a kick out of it?
Not half as much as you get talking about me having it off with Pakistanis.
I'm sorry, Eileen. When I talked about degrading the other day, all I was wondering was whether you didn't in fact deliberately set out to degrade yourself. And I don't mean just Shahid, I mean where you lived, no job, etc. Thinking that sex was all you were good for. But in your own eyes, you weren't worth any more. That's what I meant.
Sex?
Hmm?
Do you know what sex does?
You mean to people?
Uh-huh.
In terms of its
It
true
makes
relation?
bloody babies, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like ours.
You wanted the baby.
Of course I did.
Eileen, have you always liked them? Babies? They're very easy to love, aren't they? Always need lots of affection, never answer back. Is that why you took Simon?
They weren't called Simon.
Is that part of the reason?
No. It's bloody real. But when I were at school, they said all the time that being a mother is your role in life. That's what you're being taught for. Your highest role and duty. And now you say that because I wanted to have a kid, because I wanted to be a mother, I'm not capable of aught else. Isn't that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying anything.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Why was it a boy?
Eh?
Why did you steal a boy baby?
When does it matter?
Yes, I think it may.
Do you now?
What are you laughing at?
Let me ask you a question, clever Dick. If you were stealing a baby in a crowded shopping precinct in broad daylight, would you hang about checking if it had one? I've no idea what sex it were. You daft apers.
You know, many people feel that what you did was wrong. Do you agree at all?
Wrong?
Do you in fact feel guilty at all?
Would you like me to?
Do you ever feel that anything you do is either right or wrong? Do you use those words to yourself?
You know, I don't think I ever do. What a naughty girl.
Did you feel guilty when you lost the baby? Did you feel guilt about that? Did you think of right and wrong when you stole someone else's baby?
Now, you know I didn't. You know I hadn't. I took him because I thought he was mine.
And then when you realized he wasn't yours,
Yes.
he was someone else's, then did you?
No.
No.
He weren't someone else's.
But he wasn't yours, Eileen, you just said so.
No. But he weren't anyone's, you see.
I don't quite understand.
He weren't anybody's! Don't you see? I saw the whole thing! He weren't anybody's!
Why do you say that?
Oh, you fucker!
Sit down. Please. Look, I can't help you if you're yelling your head off.
Help me.
Yes.
Right, help me doing what? Help me so I'll go out of here and don't do it again.
Partly, yes.
Well, go on then. Check if it's worked. You show me a baby and see if I pinch it.
Yes. Yes, maybe we will. Well, Eileen, I think that might as well be it for now. I'll come and see you again in a couple of days.
You're not the first, you know.
Hmm?
Sent a priest in here first, because I'm Catholic. He said I were a sinner and that Jesus says you treat sinners with compassion. So I said, what's compassion? And he said love, but he meant pity. And you come in here with the same, it's only different words. He said I were a sinner and offers me compassion to make me good. You say I'm mental.
No, I
You
don't
say that I am mental and you offer me help to make me sane. And neither is looking at me. He's looking at a sin and you are looking at a problem.
Look, Eileen, let me explain something. What my job is. All I can do is listen and show you other ways in which you can understand yourself, come to terms with yourself, and show you other ways in which we can sort out your problems. Now, what do you think will happen if we don't sort out your problems?
Well, what do you think will happen if we do?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean when you say I'm a problem? 'Cause it's as clear as day to me. In here now. Course I'm a bleeding problem now.
Come in.
Well, that's it.
I see. And now she goes back on the gag too?
I'll review the case in a week. Have another bash then.
Thank you, Doctor.
There you are, then. Where have you been? Just woken up, have you? Come on, then. Up you come. There you go. We're back now. That's right. Hey, you want a hug, don't you? Of course you do. You want a cuddle? He's a daft one, then. Our little baby. No. No crying now, no. Our little baby. Because you love us, eh? So much, eh?